So the reason I called him a liar is that I've gotten tired of going to these forums, forum after forum, where he's promising the people of Asheville that we can make millions of dollars selling our city water on the commercial market. That is not allowable under the laws of the state of North Carolina. It's not allowable under the laws that guide the water department. It cannot be done. It could change. We could change that in Raleigh. But to tell the people of this city that we can do that we can make money for the city doing that, it's not simply not true. And to me, if you say something that's not true, that's a lie.
Jonathan Wainscott, I would like to thank the League of Women Voters for hosting this event this evening. I'm a 42, almost 43-year-old father of 3 children. I've had the honor of being tortured by being a stay-at-home father for the last 3 years to my twin sons, which has been quite an eye-opening experience. My top 3 priorities of earning the privilege to serve on City Council are as follows. To use the potential of enterprise revenue to its fullest extent to supplement funding of city school systems, establishing Asheville as the premier city in the Southeast for public school education. Secondly, to improve the level of maintenance of our infrastructure and civic services for the safety and benefit of our residents, and for the respectable presentation of our community to tourists, retirees, and prospective businesses. And third, to improve civic efficiency through 100% transparency of all public financial transactions, specifically by posting the register of the city's checkbook online so that everyone can see exactly how money is being collected and spent every day. It is my firm belief, supported by business and economics publications such as Forbes magazine, The Economist, Business Weekly, and many others, that a strong education system is one of the key components to the economic strength of a community. The values held by individuals when choosing a place to live are the same values held by businesses choosing a place to operate. While I certainly do not believe that corporations are people, the decisions made within them are made by people just like you and me, Asheville is always on the market, so to speak. Our community is on display 24/7. As we invite tourists and retirees and businesses to visit our community, we cannot afford for them to take a pass on visiting again, relocating here, or establishing a business here based on a negative first impression. People make these decisions before they ever meet city officials or realtors. Our first impression must be supported by fundamental integrity, not superficial glitz, and I will strengthen that fundamental integrity. Thank you. If I were to ask you how you felt if you sold a house for $176,000 and then I told you that a year later that same house with very little improvement sold for between $62 and $93 million, I believe that you would feel probably that you got out of the game a little bit early. New Belgium is going to be brewing 500,000 barrels of beer a year once they achieve maximum capacity. That's 62 million gallons of water a year that they're going to require to brew this much beer. 3/4 of that goes back into the sewer system. The retail value of that water is anywhere between $62 million and $93 million. In the market research, all you need to do is go to Harris Teeter and look at the price of a gallon of water. The other day, I went in there and I saw a gallon of water that was shipped here from Virginia. It had a picture of a dog on it. 3% of proceeds go to the SPCA, which sounds great. It's $1.60 for a gallon of water. And again, we are selling water to companies like New Belgium. And this is not to say that we should not have New Belgium do this. This is just to illustrate how much water we have and how little it costs us. 62 million gallons of water being sold for $176,000. So again, if we can move our position on the spectrum in the bottled water industry, we can generate many millions of dollars in enterprise revenue. It's completely outside the taxation structure.
Well, let's stick with John Wainscott on the next question.
It's Jonathan, by the way.
Jonathan, sorry, Jonathan Wainscott. My name's David too, so I understand that.
Yeah. I won't call you David.
Yeah, this is a yes or no question. We'll do it really quickly. Do you support the planned construction of the New Belgium Brewery in the River Arts District?
Not as planned.
One of the things I think that we should also do is to explore our ability to increase revenue through enterprise revenue, which is thoroughly outside the taxation structure. And of course, this would also require cooperation with Raleigh as well. In some of my research over economic development issues, one of the interesting things I found was that Texas is the second fastest growing economy of all states in the country, and it's based on two factors. One is oil, as you could imagine, that's natural resources, and the other is sheer population growth. Between the years of 2000 and 2010, Texas grew by 20%. In the same years, same time period, Asheville grew by 21.1%. So we have this robust growth, but it's really not bringing any fish into the boat. Now going back to Texas, they also have oil, again a natural resource. In many parts of the world, water is more valuable than oil. And in Asheville, we have copious amounts of pristine water. And we really need to explore what ownership of water is. Not just ownership of the water system, but actually ownership of water. Nestle Corporation goes into Canada, drills a hole in the ground, and pumps out 265 million liters of water every year and pays nothing for it. And we've got some of the same situations here in Asheville as well. When New Belgium is up to its maximum capacity, they're going to buy 62 million gallons of water from the Asheville city water system, and it's going to cost them $177,000 a year. On the retail level, that same water could go for as high as $98 million. You can go to Harris Teeter right now and find a gallon of water that costs $1.60, and it was shipped here from Virginia. So we really need to start exploring how we can take greater ownership of our natural resources.
Thank you very much.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying to anybody. You're calling me a liar? Are you calling me?
At forum after forum, you have told people of the city we can sell water to change.
I said we need to engage in the work that it is going to require so that we can do it.
So the reason I called him a liar is that I've gotten tired of going to these forums, forum after forum, where he's promising the people of Asheville that we can make millions of dollars selling our city water on the commercial market. That is not allowable under the laws of the state of North Carolina. It's not allowable under the laws that guide the water department. It cannot be done. It could change. We could change that in Raleigh. But to tell the people of this city that we can do that we can make money for the city doing that, it's just not simply not true. And to me, if you say something that's not true, that's a lie.
We need to engage in the work that it is going to require so that we can do it.